it's visible to you. So witness is a basically a discrete event modeling and simulation software. Discrete event means basically events those take place in a step by step manner. That is called a discrete event modeling and simulation software. So like for example in manufacturing or production area, not only manufacturing production, we say our service industry area also, step by step processes happen. Objects or part goes from one station to another station, then we work on that part. We do some processing on that part, then we apply next process. So this is how a different way the discrete event processes goes on. So I'll not introduce about IndiaSoft and everything. So Witness is a discrete event process modeling, simulation, and optimization software used in industrial engineering management. Okay, and service industry also, production scheduling and supply chain management area also. So where it's applicable, this departments and all those things has been shown. I'll not go in much detail. We have 3D capabilities, control options, and reports and generation, documentation. That everything we will see today. So this is how you can see some of the examples which are available, which has been built, and the screenshot has been posted here. So we will see one of the example from this area also, and from this case study also we'll see. So these are the example which we are taken from some College of Engineering Pune and NIT Calicut have done case studies. So from that area, from that colleges, they had done some example on witness. So those also I will show to you. So, and this is one problem statement, for example, how to approach a model. Like we should have a problem statement, then we build a model, then we do simulation, get the results, and if you want to do some changes or have what if analysis, that we can do. So you can see a part one comes to the machine one 9 minutes, machine two 9 minutes, and the part comes after 10 minutes. So this is how the discrete event processes are happening. Then we have to run that model for 500 minutes, 10,000 minutes. We have to run final model. Then we have to compare the results for the various simulations. So what we have to find, study the following in that area. You can see number of parts in the queue at every, means what is basically work in a progress, and total time the average part spends in the whole system. So that average time also we have to find. If we compare the results with the different arrivals and service times, for example, this timing changes distribution wise. So what will be that can also be, we have to simulate. These are the papers has been presented by students. If you require, I will also mail to you what are the case studies the students have done. These are the commercial case studies like Air France airports using witness simulation software, then Ford engine assembly line simulates that model onto a witness, then go for the actual implementation. These are the various academic user. Now you are also one of the user for that area. So basically why witness is used, like for example in day by day, the manufacturing industry, or you can say a cell phone industry, or any other type of industry where there are various types of assembly lines are there, various types of production lines are there. In those industry, the changes happen as per the model which they are going to manufacture. So if model changes, so the according to that manufacturing line and the resources has to be changed. So those resources changes what to be made has to be verified on the
Not audible.
Okay, I'm audible now. Yeah, please inform me if anything goes wrong. If I'm not audible to you, so you just inform me. Okay, so I am audible to you right now. So if you if I'm not audible in between, please inform me, because there is a lot of problem of bandwidth also, and as well as internet. There's too much of heavy rain since yesterday evening, so there is too much of water logging as well as a network problem since morning. So that's why if you face any problem or internet issue or any sound issue, so please interrupt me as soon as possible. Otherwise, call me if I'm not you're not able to answer me. So accordingly, I'll take the corrective measure. So as I said, I have to drag and drop elements. So here is the options, like this is part, then it's conveyor, then this is a lathe. I've selected for manufacturing, then there is a conveyor again, there is a CNC. So this is how we have added all the elements in this area. Okay. So now whenever you want to move your option, whenever you want to move your model, whenever you want to move any element, so you have to, you know, yeah. So whenever you want to move anything, then you have to. I'm getting a echo. Can you? Hello. Yeah. I hope now I'm audible clearly. Is it okay? I hope there is no echo. Echo. Eh, please inform somebody.
Yes, sir, it's fine.
Yeah, fine. So I go ahead. And as I said, if you want to move this element, you have to select this name as well as a graphic window. So everything has to be moved simultaneously. So that thing you have to keep in mind. Now I'll go to the now I'll go to the a connection of these elements. So this part will flow to the conveyor, then lathe, then conveyor to, then CNC2, for example. So part, here is the options of inputs and output rules. Please observe these two symbols. Please observe these two symbols: visual input rule, visual output rule. Okay. I'll make first view and element flow active. Element flow active means I will able to see the connections. Okay. Element flow active. View, element flow, view, I have to go element flow and I have to say okay. And this is input and output rule, and here is the labor rule. So these three rules you should keep in your mind. So input rule, output rule, and labor rule. Okay. So this part goes to the conveyor. From conveyor it goes to the lathe. From lathe it goes to the conveyor. Then it goes to the CNC. So part, here you can see output. So part goes as a output to the conveyor. I have to click on a conveyor. I say okay. Let's see, like for example, from part point of view, you are jumping on the conveyor, so that is why part is goes as a output. Now conveyor goes on the, from conveyor the part will go on the lathe. So from conveyor again output, and I have to click on lathe. I say okay. Then from lathe output goes to the conveyor, so I have to select lathe, output goes to conveyor and say okay. From conveyor output goes to CNC and then say okay. Now after CNC, there is no element. There is no element after CNC. So I have to select CNC output, and ship option is there. So I have to click on a ship and okay. So basically we are shipping the part because there is no element at the end. So this is how we have to provide the connections. Now we have to provide the statistics also. This has to be dealt with some kind of statistics. So this part will come interval time, after how much time this part is going to come on that system. I said 5 minutes. After 5 minutes interval time, each and every 5 minutes part will come to the system. There is also options of how many arrivals you want, maximum how many parts you want. First arrival should be at 0 minute, after 1 hour, after 30 minutes. How many parts at a time it should come? Two parts, one part, five parts, 10 parts. So this is how we can select it. Okay, so here is active, there is a passive also option is there, active with profile. That passive I will show you, and active with a profile afterwards. Okay, so right now it is active, and I say okay. Let me change something. This is just a graphical dimension. I will change a little bit so that graphical dimension, so you will get good graphics. I will show you the 3D also, 3D part also, because we can convert that model from 2D view to 3D view easily. Then I go to conveyor also. I say, for example, how many part it can store, length in parts, total 10 parts it can have. Index time, basically a time required for movement of that part from one position to another position, 0.5 minutes. By default, the timing unit here in the witness is a minute. Okay, you can also change that. There is a options of changing that units. Okay, minutes, seconds, whatever you want. That customization is in your hand. So I go conveyor, length in a parts 10, and index time is a 5. 5 parts you can take. We can add breakdowns also, that I'll show you in the next model. So breakdowns can also be added. I say okay. I go to the lathe. So which type of machine I want? Okay, so which type of machine I want, I can select a batch machine. For example, two parts are coming and a machine is working on a two parts simultaneously, then we require batch machine. If we are assembling some parts, 3 to 4 parts, nut bolts, different elements are coming, so we can select how many parts we are going to assemble. Or batch machine, so you have to specify batch of minimum maximum. Okay, so multiple cycle machines are also you can use. So I say select cycle time, basically the part which will come on the lathe machine, how much time that lathe machine takes to work on that part. So I selected a 5 minutes. Similarly, a setup time or a breakdown time can also be added. Setup time is, for example, you want to require some time to set that part or on that machine, so that breakdown pattern can also be incorporated. For example, a machine has a breakdown patterns, so that can also be incorporated. I say okay, lathe machine done. Then I go to the conveyor, and I again select the same thing, 10. Length in a part it can store 10 part at a time, maximum 10 part it can handle, and index time 5. Then I go to CNC. Again, everything is same. I say 5 minutes. So this is how we have added all the elements, as well as connection has been done. And name, you can change the name and everything also as per your requirement. Then I go for the simulation. Now you can see here the some bars are given. Okay, so speed control, so these two bars used for speed control. Okay, so I minimize that, and I have to click on this walk button, so I'll get a slow speed. Slowly I can see each and every element, so I have to click on walk button and reduce both the speeds of the sliding bars. Okay, here in the left hand side you can see is an option for the simulation area. Now I have to go on the run button, which is for the running of that model. Then I click on the stop button. It is a stopping that model. This button is a begin. So begin means reset. You reset the model. Means you want to rerun the simulation. Then for at 0 time it will take and run the simulation again. Batch is for the, if you want to run model very faster way. So that's a batch option. So here is the your main use is a green button, this blue button, and this begin button. Okay, so begin means reset and rerun the simulation. So blue is for the stopping. And here I'll explain some designer element first to you. In basic, you will have a man. Here is a man as a labor. Here is a machine, and here is a material as a part. Then in a transport, you have a conveyor, paths, automated guided vehicles type vehicle you have. Then tracks and overhead carriers or gantry wants that can also be added. So if you go to the, if you want to build a chemical type of a model, that can also be incorporated here. A tank processors are also there. For example, you want to report in various charts, that will also will see. Here is the example of a manufacturing machines. Okay, so various types of machines for the image point of view has been given. service related example, not only manufacturing, it's the service examples can also be built. So in service industry, clinic, bank, so those type of example can also be built. Okay, so this is a layout example. If you want some layout, if you want to set some layout, that can also be set added here. So I go here. I hope I have explained the library, what are the elements are available. Now I'll go for the simulation. Statistics is also given, everything is given, and I have to click on the run button. So you can see each and every 5 minutes, one part comes, it goes on the machine, 5 minutes each and every machine takes, and here is the you can see the availability of the machines as well as a conveyor. So this is green means it's working, yellow means it's idle. So this is how a simulation is going on. I'll increase the speed of the simulation, so at a faster rate you will able to see all the elements moving. So this is how all the elements are moving at a very faster rate. So this is how a simulation is going on. Now I'll convert this model from a 2D view to the 3D view, and I'll arrange all the elements linearly so you will get a good view. It's for running the 3D view, our computer should have a graphic card, a good graphic card, like for example NVIDIA type 2 GB or something. So then it will give a very good view. So before this simulation, I'll reset that model. I will add a labor to these machines. So labor. So this machine will use this labor. This machine will use this labor. So I go select this machine. Here is a labor rule. I have to click on a labor rule. I have to select which labor, save, close. I have to select this machine. I have to click on a labor rule, which labor, save, close. So this labor will also work now with this. I have resetted the model using this begin button, stop and begin. Then model is get resetted. So it's you can see here is a zero timing right now. So I've added labor also. Now I will slowly I will go. Okay, so slowly simulation will see. As soon as part comes, labor goes, he moves, he serves on that machine. This is how all the elements are moving. As soon as a part comes to this machine, he moves to the respective machine for that. So I'll increase the speed of the simulation. Okay, this is how a simulation is going on. Now I'll convert this, I'll reset the whole model again. Here is the option of a quick 3D button. I have to click on a quick 3D. It's depend on the graphic card what we have. Like I have a good graphic card like NVIDIA 2 GB graphic card, so it will work fine. Some if you are not having a graphic card, then you will able to see this in black and white color. These images will not be clearly visible to you because of the graphic card problem. If it is not of that much good quality, so you can see a simulation is going on. I have started the simulation in the 3D view. I have to close. If I want to close this 3D, so here is the option of a closing this 3D view. Okay, I can close from this option. So in a background, already 2D view will work. So if I close that 3D, so in the background 2D will work. I'll again, you can see, I'll convert that into 3D view, and I start the simulation again. I had stopped that. Then I'll again run the model, and simulation is going on. I'll close this 3D using this option here, and in the background 2D is going on. I stop the model. Okay, so now I'll check the results for this model. So I can select all the elements, right click, and statistics. So here is the options of the results of the model. So totally how many parts enter 45, how many parts shift 41, work in a progress 4 parts are in the system right now. Then average time, average work in a progress, average time require each and every part 19. Their charts are also available. So आपको सेव करना है, you can save also, save as a PDF, save as a something, print, everything is available. Here also you can see a print, okay, and those options are already available in this area also. So this results was for part. Now I click on this arrow, then you will get the results for the conveyor. Then similarly charts for that also available. You can expand that chart also. So you go click on the arrow, results for the machine. This machine was busy for 97%. This was 93%. 43 operation covered, 41 operation charts for that. Similarly, I go ahead, labor related statistic. Which labor was busy for how much time, which was empty for how much time. There are chart statistics. So this is how all the statistics can be checked. So this was a first sample example I wanted to show. Now We will start a step by step study, step by step example we are going to take. And I hope everyone got idea what we are basically going to do. A small example everyone got, small understanding everyone, I hope got what are type of a study we are going to do here in the witness simulation software. Now I'll open a problem statement for you, so you will get an idea the example we are going to build. Just a second. I will show you the example. Yeah, so this example we are going to build right now. The same one, yes, the same one we are going to build right now. So I'll just read out something assignment. We want to find the bottleneck and we want to balance the line. So there's an example we are going to do, and we have to get the results for that. What will be the suitable line for the model for the throughput? So everyone has to follow what I'm going to do. Okay, so there is a part widget by the name of widget. Then there is a production machine, produce machine. Okay, so it has a statistics has been given a process timer 5 minutes. Then there is a Q wash buffer, which capacity is 100. Then there's a wash machine. So you are going to do a breakdown time is also given for that wash machine. Okay. Weighing buffer. So it's weighing capacity, and weighing machine is also given, weighing machine. Then conveyor is also given, conveyor. Then pack machine is also given, pack. Okay, so that everything we are going to see. I'll just explain what type of model is this. Here you can see example image is given. This part goes for the production, then goes for the washing machine. Then washing production is done, it get washed, so we wash the part. The washed part we have to send for the weight counting. Once the weight is counted via conveyor, we send for the packing purpose. So this is how our part is flowing. A widget goes to production machine, then it goes to the wash machine for washing purpose, then weight counting is done via conveyor, it goes for the packing. So this is the flow. Here you can see Q weigh and Q wash, these are buffer. Okay, storage system for this wash machine, this Q wash is for this wash, Q weigh is for this way. So these are the storage system for the parts, for those machines. So we will start building this model. Okay, I know the model very much. So I will just drag and drop element. You will able to see that. So everyone, please start. Everyone, please open a witness. I hope everyone has opened the witness. Like this, you will get the page, first page. Everyone once after opening. If you have opened something else, or you have gone to another windows, you can close that and reopen the witness here. So like this you should get the page. Now after reopening you can click on a new model, for example a fresh model you want to start a new model, and you should able to get this layout. So I hope everyone is doing with me. Yeah, please, anyone please reply. Everyone has opened that and doing with me correctly. So everyone has started. Then I'll move to the next step. Yeah, so Santosh sir, thank you for the reply. So basically everyone has opened this layout. So as per problem statement, here you can see there is a widget we have to get. Then there is a production machine, there is a wash machine, and there is a these are the buffers. There is a weighing machine, conveyors, pack machine. So now, and their statistics are also given here in this example. So now I have to select first part. I have to drag it properly. Okay, please see where I have dragged it. You can use a zoom button, zoom in, zoom out button. So you can see left hand side, bit left hand side center. It has to be dragged. If you want to move it here and there, select a name as well as a part and drag it up properly. So I have selected part and I have dragged here. Okay, I'll change the name of that part. Widget, widget, widget. Double click on that part and change the name as a widget. Just keep one thing in mind while giving a name to any element. There should not be any space for that name. Okay, that name should be a complete single word, no space or something you should use. So widget, double click and give the name widget. Part, so you edit that name to the widget. Keep everything as it is. Then go for the machine. Okay, in the basic area also only, in the designer element basic area, you can see here are various sections: basic, transport, data, manufacturing, service. So you have to go on the basic and select a machine. Machine is selected. So machine, change the name production or produce. Produce कीजिए या production कीजिए, any name you can give, production or produce. So that name has to be given. Then after selecting this machine, changing the name, next thing what we have to do, I have to select a buffer. Here is the option of a Q wash buffer. Third one, widget taken, produce machine taken, Q wash buffer. Buffer is available here only. In the basic area, a buffer. Buffer I have to select. Step by step, give proper space because we have to add 7 to 8 elements. So everything should be aligned. अगर आपका कहीं मिसमैच हो जाता है यहाँ का वहां, तो यू हैव टू सिलेक्ट नेम एज वेल एज ग्राफिक होल एंड अरेंज इट लीनियरली प्रॉपरली. दिस बफर का ये एरो भी आपका एकदम लीनियरली ऐसे लाइन में आना चाहिए. सो बफर यू हैव टू सिलेक्ट, चेंज द नेम ऑफ द बफर, क्यू डब्ल्यू ए एस एच, क्यू वॉश. क्यू डब्ल्यू कैपिटल रखो, स्मॉल रखो, नो प्रॉब्लम, क्यू वॉश. सो दैट बफर वी आर सिलेक्टेड. सो वॉश, आगे जो वॉश मशीन आने वाली उसका ये बफर है. सो फॉर द वॉशिंग मशीन दिस बफर वी हैव गॉट. नाउ आई हैव टू सिलेक्ट फ्रॉम द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग पैक. आई होप everyone is going in a flow. Nobody is lagging behind to us. Everything is okay. If anyone is lagging, please inform me. Yes, so now from wash I go to the manufacturing. Now wash machine I have to select. Okay, let me see, it's a wash machine. Yeah, wash machine. So in the manufacturing pack I come, in a manufacturing pack, here you can see, just observe, you have to scroll down little bit, slowly using the sliders, scroll down, and here is the option of a wash pull. Wash pull or washer, anything whatever you want. I select a wash pull and I drop it here, and I change the name of, from this manufacturing pack I select a wash push. You have to scroll down. Okay, scroll down, and I change the name to the wash machine. Okay, wash, let it keep as a wash. Okay, washing is done. I hope everyone has done. Washing machine added, washing is added. Any problem, please inform me immediately. So from the manufacturing, there is a wash pull option, select as a washing. Okay, manufacturing. Now I go, I want to add a weighing machine and again buffer for that weighing machine. Buffer means basically it will store the part before it goes to the wash machine. If wash machine is busy, then whatever the part which is coming to the wash machine, they will store in that buffer area, storage area. So it's an inventory. It controls the inventories, keep the inventory with it. So that is a buffer. Now I am going to the next section. After buffer, I have to add a wash buffer. A wash buffer, I have added a weighing buffer, weighing machine buffer. I select a buffer from the basic area. Okay, just observe buffer from the basic area. I change the name QWEIGH, weighing machine का buffer है, इसलिए Q weigh. Weighing machine के parts यहाँ पे आके Q करेंगे, सब एक Q में रुक जाएंगे, तो Q weigh. So Q weigh, that's buffer I have added Q weigh. Then after adding a buffer, a Q weigh, I want to add a weighing machine. So I go to the again manufacturing pack and I select, for example, I select workbench. Here is the option of a workbench. I select a workbench and change that workbench name to the WEIGH, weighing machine. Weigh, for example. Workbench has been name changed to the weigh. Everyone added this element. You can zoom properly in this area like this. Weigh. every one should be in the linear way. एक ही लाइन में सभी चीजें आपकी रुकनी चाहिए, एक ही लाइन में. So after way, I'll select a conveyor as per the problem statement weighing machine. The conveyor. Okay, so conveyor, I will go in the transport area. You can see here transport. The first element is a conveyor. So transport area, a conveyor is available. Done. Conveyor. So keep conveyor name as it is. Conveyor name as it is. Now, if you want to move this conveyor, its direction, if you want to move, what you have to do? Just everyone, please observe this. Okay. So from transport, I have to select a conveyor. If you want to move direction, click on the conveyor. You have to click on the conveyor. And for example, I want to convert this conveyor into two parts, basically. Okay. I will convert this conveyor into two parts, and I will change the direction of that conveyor. So I have to select the conveyor. Select the conveyor means single click. You have to click on the conveyor. Press control button, keep it pressed on your computer. Keep control button pressed. Okay. After selecting a conveyor, control button keep pressed. Move your cursor to the center arrow type arrow symbol, center arrow symbol. So you should able to get a symbol like this, a horizontal arrow. You should be able to get double direction and click on that. So this conveyor has been once clicked, you will able to see three different types of dots at three places, like at the end, both the end and center. So you have converted this conveyor from single element part to the two elements. You have break down that conveyor to two elements, two directions you can specify. Now move your cursor, keep the control button pressed. Okay, move your cursor on the right end. Okay, the right end area. Okay, so and click on that right end dot and drop. After clicking, do a dimension change like this, 90 degree. You can change this dimension anytime. Okay, you have to press the control button, you have to select conveyor, and you can move that anywhere at any length. Okay, so this is how you have to change that. I hope everyone got the idea how to change it. So this is how we can change the length as well as the dimension. Everyone is following me. If anyone haven't got dimension, no problem, keep it as it is, because it is not that much of matter. Matter is the statistics related to that problem. Okay, so keep it as it is, whatever you want, dimensions or anything, whatever you want, keep it as it is. If you are facing in problem, you can delete the conveyor also. For example, you want to delete it, I'm just showing how to delete an element. Okay, so I'm just showing, don't repeat it after me. If somebody by mistake places that conveyor or you are not able to get it, you can select the conveyor. Okay, select the conveyor, right click, delete element option, delete element, and say yes. I've just, for the sake of understanding of deleting, I have deleted that. So I'm again adding the conveyor, I'm pressing the control button and the center dot I have to click. So this has been broken into two parts, one dot, second dot, third dot. Now I have to click on the I have to press the control button, and from the end I am dragging it. So this is how I dragged it. I can increase the bit dimension. So this is how I got. Now the next example, as per example, there is a pack machine at the end, packing process. So I see, go to the manufacturing pack, and I select a check. For example, here check option I selected, check machine I've added. I change its name to the pack, PSCP. Packing you can give. I've added a pack. Now next, packing I have added. There is a one more thing. There is a technician. Technician is also available. One labor is available. So that labor is also be taken in the encounter. So you can see here. So here is the labor from the basic section. Pack machine has to be taken from the manufacturing section. Check machine. Change the name to the pack. Then come to the labor in the basic area and add one labor here. So this is how a labor has been added. Change the name of the labor to the technician. Name spelling, please see the spelling, because this spelling we are going to use somewhere else. So whatever name labor you want to keep, technician you want to keep, okay, you can give your name, anything you can give, okay. So keep that name, just remember that name, so you will able to use that somewhere else, which I am going to show you where to use. Now all the elements has been added. Now I have to connect all the elements as well as I have to provide the statistics. Okay, so I have to connect all the elements here. Now in the previous model, the widget part was going output to the produce machine, because part was coming after 5 minutes. Now in the produce machine, there is a no fixed timing we have to provide of for 5 minutes. Arrival is unlimited, and there is a no active arrival of the part. This produce machine, when empty, it will call the parts. So produce will have an input of that part. So everyone, please go to the view and start element flow. Element flow and OK. You have to go to the view, element flow, and you have to click on OK. Once only, one time only. If you have done 2 times, then you have to go for the third one also. Okay. So one time only you have to go view, element flow, and OK. So then I will select this produce machine, click on the produce, single click, selection of the produce machine. You can select the produce machine, will take that part input role. I have to click on a visual input role. After clicking on the produce machine, I have to click on a visual input role. Please see visual input role. After clicking on a visual input role, I have to click on a widget. I have to click on a widget. I'll get this window. I have to click on a widget. I'll not get any arrow. Keep it as it is. Just one time you have to click on a widget and click on a world, WORLD. Then you will able to get arrow. Or if you haven't got arrow, it will ask for some name. So you have to give name widget. If it is not giving an arrow, it will ask for a name. You have to give name widget, and then you will get arrow after saying okay. So you say okay. I'll repeat this procedure again. Okay, so I'll repeat this procedure again. If you are not able to get it, I'll repeat this procedure again. Those who got it, very good. Then if those who haven't got it, please observe again. I have to select a produce machine. I have to click on a input rule, click on an input rule. Then I have to click on a widget. I will not get any arrow. For that, for getting that arrow, I have to click on a world. Then I got arrow. Or if you are not getting a arrow, then there it will ask for a name. So say widget, then say okay. Everyone should get this arrow. Those who are not getting this arrow, please try to do a element flow again. If I close the element flow, I will not get arrow. I have to click on element flow. I say okay. Immediately I get the arrow. So everyone got this first connection. Everyone got this first connection. Please reply in the chat box, or you can reply directly to me, because this first one is connection is only important. Rest are very much easy. Only output rule you have to follow. Anyone problem? Please reply in chat box or reply to me directly by voice. Santosh sir, Gaurav sir, anyone? Hello, Prayas sir, arrow not coming. So go to the view and element flow. Please see element flow, view, element flow, and OK. And I will again show you the connection. I will close this connection, click on a produce machine, click on a visual input rule, click on a widget, click on a world, and then say OK. Produce machine, visual input rule, widget, world, OK. Then you should get arrow. then you should get arrow. Everyone got arrow? Okay, good. So should I move ahead? Kaura sir, please inform me. Yes. So now this produce machine will send that part to the Q wash section. This is a buffer. Once the production is done, it will go to the next buffer. Click on a produce machine, select a produce machine, output. Now output will go to the next area. You can see produce machine after doing work on that, it will send output. Click on output. Output goes where? Q wash. I have to click on a Q wash and say OK. I have to click on a produce machine. I have to say output rule, and I have to click on a Q wash and I have to say OK. Produce output rule. Output is going where? Q wash. OK. Everyone got this? Then after that, this wash machine will take input from this area, because buffer is, you can see, if I click on the buffer, I select, just observe, don't repeat it. I select a buffer, it is not having a capacity to do input and output. You can see I'm clicking but not able to do input output. Input output doing capacity is with machines and conveyor only. Okay, so this buffer is not having a capacity to do that. So from buffer we have to send it here. So instead of that, this wash machine will pick it from the Q wash buffer. So I have to select wash machine. I have to click on input. So now for buffer input is coming from the wash. So I have to select a wash input. From where? Input Q wash, and I have to say okay. So this is how flow is going. Simply you have to follow that. Wash input output. Everyone got, I hope everyone got this logic. Gaurav sir, is it okay? Connections are done proper way? Then I'll go ahead. Please reply someone. If connections are okay, I'll go ahead. Next connection I'll show. Otherwise, I'll repeat. Whether I have to repeat, please inform me. Should I repeat it? Please inform somebody. Please inform somebody. Hello. Can anyone please respond? Okay, I will go for the next connection. Wash machine will send output to the Q way now. Okay, wash, I have to click on output, and output is on the Q way, and I say okay. This output we have to get like this. Wash machine output, I have to click on Q way, and I say okay. Wash machine output Q way, I say okay. Now this weighing machine will take a input from this area. Weighing input from where? Q way, and I say okay. Weighing input from Q way, and I say okay. Everyone got it? Got this weighing machine? Now this weighing will send output to the conveyor. Weighing output to the conveyor. Okay. Weighing output rule to the conveyor, and then say okay. Then from conveyor, output goes to the pack. I have to select conveyor, output goes to the packing, and I say okay. A small arrow, I might got it. You can see here. Okay, from packing, okay, conveyor output goes to the pack. From packing, I have to click on again output and click on a ship. Ship option is there. I have to click on a ship and I say okay. Packing, ship, okay. Packing in ship and okay, I have to do. Now everyone got this pack output. There is no elements. I have to click on a ship. Packing, pack, output. I have to click on a ship. Again, I'll repeat pack, output, and click on a ship. Everyone got this? Everyone got this? Please reply. All the arrow, every arrow should flow in a right hand side direction. You can see every arrow should be in the right hand side direction. Can you see? This is how it should visible. Every arrow should be in the right hand side direction. Every arrow should be right hand side direction. Done? Everyone done it? Any problem? Any questions? Any doubt? If you left somewhere, please inform me immediately. Any doubt, any question, anything is left, please inform me. I'll repeat the steps. I'll repeat the steps. No problem. Okay? I'll repeat the steps. What I'll do, I will close, I'll delete all the connections. I will, yes, I will repeat everything once again. Just a second, okay? So you will get perfectly in that mind. Everything will be available perfectly in your mind. So for that, I'll repeat all the procedures. So once this model is correct by done correctly, then you will get idea for next model. Very easily you will able to do the next model. Okay, so very easily you will able to do next model. I'll repeat everything, so you just observe now. Produce machine, input coming from the widget. I have to click on widget world. I say okay. This will send output. Output goes to the Q wash. I say okay. Wash will have a input from the Q wash. Okay. This wash will have output to the Q way. Okay. Way will have a input Q way. Okay. Way output to the conveyor. Okay. Conveyor output to the pack. Okay. Pack output out. There is no element. Click on a ship. Okay. So this is how we have to connect all these elements. Now one more option. This technician labor assigned to pack machine and repairing a wash machine. So this technician is assigned to the pack machine. So out now everyone please observe. So pack machine will be used, will use a technician. So without technician, pack machine will not work. So I have to click on a pack and select a pack and click on here. You can see a visual labor rule, and which labor I have to click on that labor and I have to say save and I have to say close. So this rule has been attached. I'll repeat. Just a second. I'll remove that rule. Then I'll repeat that rule. You can see if anyone left one left out. So please see. I have to select a pack. You can click on name as well as graphic. So I have to select a pack. Here is the option of input output rule beside that visual labor rule. Click on a visual labor rule. Which labor? A technician. And I have to click on, you can see here name comes technician. As soon as I click that, save, close. Everyone got idea? I hope so. Save, close. Done. Now I have to provide the statistics as per the problem statement. If everyone is with me, I hope so. Any doubt, please inform me. If you haven't done, if you are left out, if you are not following something, please inform me. Then I'll move to the next section. Next section, I'll move to provide a statistics. So here is the statistics. The widget, it will be unlimited. Now I have to click on a produce machine, process time 5. I have to go double click on a produce machine, put the cycle time, basically process time 5. Okay, 5. Okay, produce machine 5. I have to go to the Q wash buffer, quantity 1, capacity 100. So quantity is already 1 and quantity is 1. Capacity I have to, from 1000 I have to make it 100. Okay, make it 100. Now go to the wash machine, quantity 1, process time 4 minutes. Wash machine, quantity 1, process time 4. One more thing we have to add. One more thing, a breakdown time. This machine uniform 100 to 300. Breakdown time between uniform 100 to 300. You come to the breakdown in the wash machine. Okay, I'll again show you. Double click wash machine, keep a cycle time 4, keep cycle time 4, and go to the breakdown and click here plus button. Okay, click on the plus button. Okay, click on the plus button. So just give the name, keep the name as it is, new breakdown. Come to the mode section. After clicking on a plus button once, click on a busy time. In the mode section, click on a busy time, and in the time between failure section, you have to double click here. Undefined has to be erased and write down uniform 100. Distributions we can give. Here is the name is available. You can see in the left hand side, if you click on the model assistant should be click, here is the option of distributions. So this is how you can give the name. So I selected a uniform name. So these many distributions you can use. And similarly in the bracket, their statistics has to be wrote between 100 to 300 uniform. This is how we have to write down uniform 100 to 300. Okay, here mode has to be busy time. Okay, everything is going fine. I hope so. Then from time between failure, this machine will fail between 100 to 300 minutes, but a repair time has to be triangular distribution. So here is the X option. Here, if I expand this, here is the option of repair time is in the triangle form, triangle, triangle 30, 60, 90. Triangular distribution. You can see here, triangle 30, 60, 90. What is the implication of this triangle 30, 60, 90? The labor is going to repair this machine. First breakdown, it will take 30 minutes. As a breakdown increases, then he will require 60 minutes. As again increases, as a day go ahead, then labor will require a repairing type of 90 minutes. So that is the implication of these distributions we have taken here. As well as we have to give a labor rule, which labor has to be used. That labor name has to be specified here. So triangle, after giving triangle 30, 60, 90 in bracket, comma, we have to give 30, 60, 90. And we have to use labor. I have to click on a labor rule arrow. You can see, observe here, labor rule arrow. Here is the observe arrow. Change the, instead of write down the name of the technician. You can see here is the name of my technician. You can observe the name from the left hand side section, technician. You can see the name, and you can double click. If you click here and you double click, it will automatically take technician. This is the name of my labor. So whatever name you have given, I have given technician. It will get validated. I click on validate. I click on validate. It will say validated. I have to say okay. So basically, labor will turn into Y. Yes. Previously it was a no. Now it is turned into yes. Repair time 30, 60, 90. Uniform 100, 300. And in the general area, cycle time 4. Breakdown area, you can see uniform 100 to 300. Triangle 30, 60, 90. Say okay. Say okay. Okay. Now say okay. Come to the QA buffer. Quantity 1, capacity 100. Come to the QA buffer. Capacity just make 100. QA capacity 100. Go to the QA buffer, capacity 100. Weighing machine now. Weighing machine statistics stands here 2 minutes. Weighing machine cycle time 2. Weighing machine cycle time 2. Then come to the conveyor. Quantity 1, length in a parts 40, index time 1. Okay, conveyor. Length in a parts 40, index time 1. Let's stop to this. Then it can occupy 40 parts maximum, and index time is 1. $40 as a 1. I say okay. Then come to the pack. And now in the pack machine is a batch machine of 2 parts, cycle time 2. So go to the pack machine. Instead of single machine, select a batch. Select a batch. Batch of minimum 2. 2 parts it will pack. Cycle time 2. Okay, I'll again repeat. Go to the pack machine. Select a batch. Batch of minimum 2 in the left hand side. Cycle time 2. Then say okay. Cycle time 2. Done. So I hope everyone done this. If anyone has a problem, please reply me. Okay, cycle time 2. Pack machine, it's 2. Cycle time 2. Everything is okay. Just now move to each and every of your element and see if everything has been given by you or not. Produce machine, cycle time 5. Just recheck. Produce machine, cycle time 5. Wash machine, capacity 100. Wash buffer, sorry. Q wash. Wash machine, cycle time 4. Weighing has a capacity 100. Weighing machine has a cycle time 2. Conveyor, length in a part 40, index time 1. Pack machine, cycle time 2, and it is a batch option. Say okay. So this is how each and every element, all the elements you have to see whether you have checked, you have added all the elements and statistics to this model or not. I hope everyone got this. Now we will move for the simulation. So for moving for the simulation, what you just do, reduce this graph to the lower end and keep this walk button on. All the bars has to be on the lower end, and just keep on the walk button. Keep on the walk button. Keep on the walk button. Now click on the run button, simulation. So this part will move very, very slowly. You will see. So just slowly increase the speed of the simulation. Slowly. So this is how a simulation is going on. Everyone got simulation. All everyone's part is flowing fluently, or someone facing a problem. Keep it slow, okay? Slider should be at minimum range, and everyone's part is flowing. Can anyone please respond to me? Going on, sir, correctly?
Saying Q wash machine, cycle time option is not coming.
Q wash. Q wash is not a machine.
Oh, sorry, buffer.
Cycle time is not there. It's a capacity.
It's what? Capacity.
Yes. Q wash you have selected as a buffer, no?
Yes, sir, as a buffer.
Okay.
Yeah, done. So.
Done. Anyone else? So you can stop the simulation by clicking here. Okay, here is the option of clicking stop. Again run, it will run from that position only. Stop, run, just see, observe what are the things going on. You can see here is the, now please observe my model. Okay, now keep focus on my model. What to focus, I just see and keep the focus on my model. I want to show you something. You can simulate your model afterwards, but see the keep the focus right now on my model. When I start the simulation, you will able to see once the fail, this machine fails between 100 to 300 minutes. Okay, and as this machine fails, technician who is serving to packing machine, he goes and repair this machine. You can see now I'll run this model at very slow speed. I stop that model. So because of the technician, the pack machine is not working because technician is not there, and he is repairing this wash machine. This wash machine turn into red. Okay, because of that, all the parts which are coming to, which has to go to the wash machine, are getting stored in this wash area. You can see here, and here pack machine is also stopped. He's trying to repair. Now the 30 minutes he'll take probably for the first breakdown. As a breakdown increases, 30, 60, 90 point wise it will work. So once this repairing is done, this Q wash is stored. Now the repairing has been done. He is moving to the technician, moving to his original position for the repairing of that pack machine. This machine will turn into green now, and everything will flow now. Now this machine turns into green. Now part will start flowing. Now we'll again observe a second breakdown again. Okay, just see. Because of that, lot of part got stored in the Q wash buffer. We'll observe second breakdown again. Till that time, technician is working in the pack machine. Till that time, technician is working in a pack machine. Okay, I stopped that because technician's breakdown has occurred. He is repairing that wash machine. You can see there is a no, all part got stored on the conveyor. Here is a no part moving. This machine is also idle. All parts which are from production coming to the Q wash. Now he has repaired. He'll move to his packing position. So packing will be done now. Packing machine is also flowing. So this is how a whole model is flowing. Now what is the problem set on? I'll reset. I am resetting the model. I click on the stop button and click on the begin button. Reset. Okay, click on the begin. After stopping, click on the begin. Make it at a 0 position because we want something has been asked in the problem statement. Run the model for 24 hours. Okay, means 1440 minutes. Total part, and what you have to find, total part entered and shipped, average time required for part to ship, what is the work in progress. So basically now we have to run this model for 24 hours. 24 hours means how many seconds, no, sorry, 24 hours is equal to how many minutes. I click multiply by 60, 1440 minutes. Okay, 24 hours into 60 minutes, 1440 minutes. So where we have to put that 1440, that timing can be added. That timing can be added here at the bottom. You can see there is a one clock, stop at run. I have to click on that clock. This clock should be highlighted. You can see it is unhighlighted now. It is not highlighted. If I move my cursor, I click, it is highlighted. I have to put time 1440. So this clock is used for, bell is used for putting the timing. Okay, so 24 hours I have to run this model, and I resetted the model, and I again simulate that at a faster speed. So after 24 hours I want to get the results, so at a faster speed I will run and simulate this model. So I'll check after 24 hours what is the position of my model. Okay, let it be simulated. Here, if this walk button is unhighlighted, if you unhighlighted this walk button, the model will run at a faster rate. So that walk button makes it a bit slower. It will automatically stop after 24 hours if you are given the timing here and clock. So now it has stopped. You can see day one has been completed, day two is starting. So day one has been completed, model has been stopped. Now our aim is to what? You can, if you have a notebook or something, you just note down the points which has been asked. Total part entered, total part shipped. So I have to select the whole model. I want to get statistics now. Select all the elements via cursor. Move your cursor somewhere, any element. Okay, move your cursor, any element. Right click, and check on the statistics. So number of part entered is a 289. Number of part shipped is a 246. So you can note down this. Total part entered, total part shipped, 289, 246. As well as average time required for part to ship. Average time is a 182 minutes. 182. You just note down 182 also. The answer for the second question is 182. Work in a progress. How many parts are work in a progress? 43. 43 parts are in a work in a progress right now. So these three answers you have to note down. Number of part entered 289 and shipped 246. Work in progress 43. This is a 182. So if you note down this one, okay, then we will move for the next part of the simulation. So part 2 of this simulation says something. So once you have done this, close this. Okay, close this. You can save this model file, save as you can save on your desktop or whatever folder you want, and give the name first example or whatever name you want to give. First example part 1. Part 1. This is part 1. So I saving is the first example part 1. So save the name, change the name, and keep it as a part 1. And I hope you have noted down your results. Now I'll move what the part 2 says. For the above model, add one more wash machine and check the results. Same result you have to check. In the same model, 2 wash machine I want to get and check the results. So what I'll do, I will stop the model, already stopped, reset, begin. Everything is 0. Now begin. If I click on begin, everything is 0. Okay. Then double click on a wash machine. Everyone please double click on a wash machine. Click the quantity 2 and say okay. So you will get 2 wash machine. So here it was asked for the above model, add one more wash machine, check the results. So I have to double click on a wash machine. I have to select a quantity 2. So I got 2 wash machines basically. So this is how good. Second question we have added. Timing we have to give 1440 only. A clock should be highlighted, a bell should be highlighted. Everyone please observe. Start the simulation. Okay. Run the simulation as per your timing. 1440 should be highlighted. We have added one more wash machine and we are running the simulation. Okay, once the simulation is completed, so now again results has to be checked. Select this, right click, statistics, note down these results. 289 into 278. Previously 248 were there. I am getting 278 parts now. Work in a progress was also huge. Previously 40 plus work in a progress was there. That's only 11. And average time was also something 180. Now the average time has also been reduced. So adding a second machine is basically giving me a little bit benefits. So that is the comparison we have to give. So what was the conclusion of your model? So this is how we have to plot the charts. Charts. Okay. So you can get the charts, get the results. Okay, so this is how it's going on. Problem, you got the example correct? I hope so. सबका बराबर से हुआ है? Any doubt in the first model? Okay. Should I move to the next model now? Any problem, any doubt? I'll move to the next model now. You can save this two machines model, save as first exam part 2 by the name part 2. Okay, part 2. And now I'll stop this model and go to the next. I'll give, if you want to save something, you can save that model in your folder, and after 2 minutes we'll start text model. Okay. Sir, 2 minutes we'll take the break. I'll have some water or something, and then we'll start the next model. Please save your model. In the meantime, you can do something. You can play with this same model. You can run the simulation, check something, close the model, rerun that. So you just get familiar. After 2 minutes, we will start move to the next model immediately. So should I move to the next model? Should I move to the next model? Please inform.
Yes, of course.
I'll start the next model. Let me open the layout. Then I'll share my screen. So I will present my screen once again. Present my screen once again. And now I'll open a fresh window of a witness. And I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Correct? New model I click. The next model I will show you it. I'll take example of assignment number 7. Sorry, just a second. This is one assignment from College of Engineering Pune. Okay, so we have to add lot more machines here and elements similar to the previous example only. We try to increase the capacity of this model. So throughput capacity has to be increased in this model. So that is the example. So there is a part, then there is a buffer, then there is a machine, then there is a buffer 2, then there is a machine B. Machine B are 3 in numbers, 3 machines B. Then there is a conveyor, okay, then there is a machine C, then there is a labor. So this is how all the elements are going on. Everything is specified here. So I'll show you a ready-made model I am having with me. I'll open that model. So you just see, have look of that model, how the model is arranged. Then we will start building. Then we'll start building of that model. We'll start building of that model. So this is how the whole model looks. You can see the part, then there is a buffer, then there is a machine, then there is a buffer 2. You can see here is a buffer 2, then there is a machine B, there is a conveyor, then there is a machine C. Okay, so this is how it is going on. Now next I have to see, for example, the part, then there's a buffer, there's a machine, there's a buffer 2, then machine, and then there is a conveyor, then machine C. Okay, this is how it is going on. So all the statistics has been given here. Okay, and I'll show you the how the breakdowns and statistics and everything has been added. That everything I'm going to show you. Okay, so just see, this is how everything is there. Breakdowns to each and every machine is there. Okay, now I'm going to add those things in the new layout. So this is the new fresh layout, everyone you got. I have to select a part, keep it as it is. Okay, select a part, keep it as it is. Give the name P1. Okay, you can give the name part P1, no space, only P1. Next I have to go to the next thing. Next thing is after part I have to select a buffer B1. Go to the buffer, add here, change the name as a B1. B1, buffer B1. Buffer B1. Buffer B1. Buffer B1 you have added. Then you have to go machine A. Okay, machine A I have to add in a manufacturing section lathe. For example, I have added lathe now, and I give the name as machine A, no space. From the manufacturing section I have added lathe. Part P1 is from the basic, buffer B1 is from the also basic, and machine A is as a manufacturing pack. I have added a lathe and I given name machine A. Machine A. Machine A. Okay. Then I have to go and I have to add buffer B2. Buffer B2. Buffer B2. B2 name change buffer B2. Okay, please keep this arrow as it is a nearby only. Their arrows should be nearby only. Buffer B2. Then there is an option of a machine B quantity 3. Machine B. So machine B I select, go to the manufacturing, I select CNC and double click on that CNC and same quantity 3. So machine B quantity 3. I arranging this in a linear manner. Arranging in this in a linear manner. Arranging is in a linear manner. Arranging is this in a linear manner. Okay. Machine B. I have to change the name also. Machine B. Done. Part buffer machine A, buffer 2 B2 machine B. Done. After machine B, conveyor C1. So I go to the transport, add a conveyor, change the name C1. C1. Done. C1 I have given the name. After this, I have to go machine C, I have to add. Machine C, I go to the manufacturing sector CNC2 and I change the name machine C. Okay. If everyone is done with this, please inform me. Once you're done with this, you can inform me. So machine C is also added. All the elements has been added as per the requirement. Now connection we have to do. Connection is very much simple now here. What we have to do? Connections. One more thing we are left with. Now in the problem statement, it was told to use a labor by the name of an operator. So go to the model and from the basic, select a labor and change the name of that labor to the OPERATOR, operator or technician, whatever name you want to give. Please remember the name of the labor. Okay, operator, technician. Everything has been visible in this layout. Make it zoom as per your convenience. It should be visible to you also. Okay, for example, by mistake, if your window or something goes here and there, if I click, like for example, look now this window, my window is flowing. Now for example, this time clock is also flowing somewhere else. What to do to reset this? You have to go into Windows and click on the reset Windows layout. It keeps everything as it is in the place. Windows, reset Windows layout. Okay, so this is how use the option of a reset Windows layout. So this is how you will get the Windows. Reset Windows layout. Done. Now I'll move to the next thing. Labor is added, operator is added. Operator is added, labor is added. Now connection has to be made. Part goes to the buffer, machine goes to the buffer, machine picks from the buffer, it sends to the next buffer, it takes from this buffer, it sends to the conveyor, from conveyor machine C output. So connection I have to make. I hope everyone is added all the elements. Should I move to the connections? Please inform me. Should I move to the connection? Okay. So connections, I'll move. I have to select part. Part goes on the buffer. That's one thing. Part, after selecting a part, before this, please go to the view, start element flow. Go to the view, click on the element flow and open it. View and open the element flow. View, open the element flow. View, open the element flow. Okay. Once you open the element flow, then that's okay. That will be good. Once you open the element flow, it will be good. Next section. What I have to do? Part goes to the buffer. I have to select a part. I have to click anything. Anything you can, any element you can click. Part goes to the output. Say yes. I have to, again I will repeat. I have to go to the part, goes to the output. Say yes. Where the output is going? On the buffer B1. I have to click on B1. Say okay. I have to go to the B1. Say okay. Okay. I have to go to the B1. Say okay. Now buffer cannot send to the machine. So select a machine. Input. After selecting on machine, select on an input. Click on a buffer and say okay. So machine will have an input from a buffer. Okay. Please remember, part sends output to the buffer, machine takes input from the buffer. Now this machine sends output to the next buffer. So click on the machine, sends output where B2. Okay. Click on a machine B, say input where B2 and say okay. So because this machine B, all three machines we have selected, you can see, please observe, this machine B, the quantity should be 3. You should not drag 3 different machines. Please observe. That is my that is I want to point out. If anyone by mistake got this machine B 3 different machine, please delete all those 3, select from manufacturing pack this CNC and double click it, make it 3 everyone, and it should be look like 3 machines in the line. Got everyone got it? Everyone got it? Machine B. Then next thing I'll move to the this machine B send on the conveyor. So select machine B, output goes to the conveyor. Conveyor sends output to the machine C, output to the machine C, and from machine C, output goes to the ship. Machine C, output rule ship. Everyone got the connections? Everyone got the connection? Please someone confirm with me. Gaurav sir, Abhishek sir, Santosh sir, anyone got the connection? Everyone? Yeah.
Yes, I got the connection.
So connections are done, ship should be visible. Now I am moving towards adding the statistics. Statistics I have to add in the model. So statistics are what? Here interval time for the part P1 is a 4 minutes. So double click on a part P1, interval time, here it should be active, okay? Interval time, make it a 4. Interval time on a part P1, make it 4. Buffer B1 capacity 60. B1 capacity 60. B1 60. Machine A operation cycle time is 3 minutes. Machine A cycle time is 3 minutes. Cycle time is 3 minutes. But don't close it. Machine A cycle time is 3 minutes. There is a breakdown 1 and breakdown 2. There are 2 different breakdowns. So go to the breakdown. You have to add these rows twice. 1, 2. So 2 times breakdown has to be added. So this machine A fails 2 times. What is the first breakdown? Hand and tool fail. So you just change the name of this breakdown. You select you select on the breakdown. You select on the breakdown, delete everything, erase everything, and add the name hand or tool fail. Anything hand and tool fail, you just change the name. Next breakdown, delete everything, mount fail. You have to go, you can see here, okay? You have to go in the hand tool fail, mount fail. General cycle time has to be 4. So 2 times you have to add the breakdown, tool fail, mount fail. Now, after 50 operations, first breakdown occurs. And mount fail after 75 operations. So number of operations is selected already here. You can see in the mode area. It's number of operation only. So how many operations? Here in the undefined section, this is after 50 operation, the first breakdown. Second after 75 operations. Second breakdown undefined release kara kariye or 75. So this tool is going to fail, and the mounting which is there, it is going to fail after 75 operations. So you have to do a repairing of that, changing the tool, changing the whatever the mounts. we have. Okay, so this is how the operation is going on. Now repairing also requires, so tool fail once occur, then 20 minutes is taken by labor, and mounts occurs, the 60 minutes is taken. So go to the repair time, here undefined, first undefined 20 minutes, here is the 60 minutes, 20-60 कर दीजिए. Labor rule, अब यहाँ पे we have to add a labor, the labor which is there. Labor name is, my labor name is operator, you can see. What is your labor name? Keep is labor 001, whatever name, keep in your mind. So instead of in labor rule, here is a no is written, I have to click on that arrow, change the name OPERATOR, validate, say okay. Next is my labor rule, OPERATOR, validate, say okay. Done. Labor rule, we have to add it. Labor rule has been added, I say okay. Okay, labor rule, say okay. Machine work done. Buffer 2, I have to go to the buffer 2. I have to go to the buffer 2. Okay, on buffer 2, I'll make capacity again 160, sorry, 60. Buffer 2 capacity 60. Okay, and please observe in machine A, cycle time is 3. Yeah? Machine A, cycle time is 3. Machine A, cycle time is 3. Machine A, cycle time is 3. Now come to the machine B. Machine B statistics, what it's saying. Cycle time is 10 minutes. One breakdown occurs between uniform 100 to 70, 100, and repairing time is 15 minutes. So machine B, cycle time is 10, and I go to the, after adding cycle time, I go to the breakdown area. Only one breakdown I have to add. Machine cycle time 10, I have to select, go to the breakdown area, one breakdown I have to add. New breakdown, go to the busy time. Mode has to be busy time, and time between failure, I have to select uniform 100, 70, 100. Okay, here you can see new breakdown, busy time, mode is a busy time, 70, 100. Repair time is, I think here it is a 15 minutes. So go to the repair time, instead of undefined, how much is that? Undefined 15, 15. Okay, then labor rule, I have to click here, remove this OPERATOR, operator, change name of the labor, validate, okay, and cycle time 10, breakdown time is uniform 70 to 100, 15, yes, I say okay. Done. Everyone done that? Everyone has done that?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Now I'll move to the conveyor. Conveyor statistics, it's saying length in a part 45, index time 1. Conveyor length in a part 45, index time 1. Please make, everyone please make this 45, index time 1. Conveyor work is done. Now machine C, cycle time is 3.5 minutes, but there are also 2 breakdown. Let's go to the machine C. Conveyor, I'll repeat, length in a part 45, cycle time, index time 1. Machine C, cycle time is a 3.5. Machine C, Cycle time is a 3.5. Okay, go to the breakdown. 2 breakdown. Okay, 2 breakdown. First breakdown, tool fail. First breakdown is a, you just remove everything, add name tool fail. Second breakdown, remove everything, again add mount fail, for example. Tool fail, mount fail. Here, first breakdown occurs after 25 operations. So number of operations in undefined, you have to write down 25. First row. And in the second row, it is a time between failure. So uniform 100 to 300. So in the second row, it is a time. It is not a number of operation. Make it as a busy time. Here, change it is the uniform 100 to 300. Make it as a uniform in bracket 100 comma 300. Okay, uniform in bracket 100 comma 300. So here is the number of operation 25. Busy time here is the 100 comma 300. Repair time for the first operation is 30. Second operation is 15. Here come to the repair time area. Make it 30. Make it 15. 30 and 15. Done. Go to the labor rule. Add the name of the operator. Validate. Okay. Second, again, add the name of the labor operator. Validate. Okay. Then it should be yes now. It should be yes now. Okay. Please observe your breakdown pattern should be like this. It should be visible like this. Please complete it faster. Now we have to move to the next example after this. And that example will be from the service industry. Till now we have seen in the manufacturing area. Next we'll see in the service area. Correct? Done? I hope everyone added all the statistics. I say okay.
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Done. Now everything is okay with you. You please highlight this clock. Here is the bell icon. Write down 1440. 1440 here and 1440 and you have to simulate it for 1 day. It's a question it's added. Run the model for 24 hours. Okay. What we have to see, number of partnership, what is work in progress. So here is the 1440 and bell should be highlighted. Run the simulation. Let it get run. Let it run. So after once the 1440, you can increase, decrease. Here is the sliders are available for the speed control. You can click on a walk button, so you will get slowly observation. If you remove the walk button, simulation will run at a faster rate. And this bell should be highlighted. Please observe. And you have to click on a green button. So let it run. Once the running is finished, then we'll check the statistics. So the 1440 minutes for me has been completed. Everyone has simulated it for 1440 minutes. Once it's simulated, please tell me. Then we have to check the statistics and I'll show you what has to be observed in the statistics. Everyone, please inform me once it's finished. Okay. Simulation of 24 hours is completed. Then inform me. Done?
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Done. Very good. Now select whole model. Okay. So here basically up to this, I think my part is here below this because of the piling up of all the elements. Here I have to select all the elements. Right click, check the statistics. Statistics says, as per question, number part ship, work in a progress. So 212 part ship, work in a progress is 140. Please observe this. One work in a progress is 140. Work in a progress, you can note down. Part ship, you just note down 212, work in a progress 140. Now you please observe more than 350 part entered, but we only getting hardly 200 parts. So is there any scope for the improvement? The capacity can be increased or not? That we have to look after now. What are the things which has to be looked after? I'll show you now. Now what I can say, I'm checking the statistics here. Okay, sorry, statistics here 352 and I got 212. I click on this uh, arrow. I get, you can click on swap rows and column, so you will get results in the column wise if I swap it. So buffer, I will not look into buffer. I'll look into machine statistics. I'll also not look because all the machines are used a very good amount of time. No problem. I go to the next conveyor. You can see conveyor. Conveyor takes average time. Basically, the each and every part span is very huge, 190. So, is there a scope of an improvement in the conveyor? So, length of the conveyor can be reduced. Something that we'll see. As well as I go to the next statistic. There is an operator. The operator is 78% almost busy. So the load on the operator is very high. So because he has to repair, he have to run here and there. Okay, he has to run here and there. Load on the operator is also very high. So this is how two observation I made. Conveyor can be changed and operator related settings can be changed. You save this model as a file, save as capacity part 1, desktop, or any folder you want, capacity part 1. Capacity we want to increase, capacity part 1. So after running this for 24 hours, I got 212 parts, 212 parts. Now I will reset this model, stop and click on reset. Everything is resetted. Now I will change what I am going to change. Go to the conveyor, part 2 of the model says length should be changed to 25, length in a parts, and labor quantity should be changed to 2. I go to the conveyor, length in a parts, go to the conveyor. You have saved this part 1. Now we are working in the part 1 for the part 2 area. Okay. So you have to save the edited model as a part 2. Go to the conveyor, length in a parts, make it 25. And change the quantity of the labor to 2. Why? Because labor was having too much of load, so I changed to 2. Conveyor was having huge length, so huge time was spent by part on the conveyor, so I changed the length of the conveyor. Conveyor length 45 to 25, operator 1 to 2. That's it. Now 1440 you have to add here and start the simulation run. Run now started. Again I have to run that 1440 minutes. Again I have to start 1440 minutes. One 440 minutes. Okay, done. 1440 minutes has been done. Okay. Now I have to check the statistics. I select whole model, go and check the statistics. Previously I was getting 212 parts. Now I am getting 262 parts. So very good amount of a number we have improved. Okay, by doing the small changes. So this is how simulation help you in the decision making, whether you want one labor, two labor, what should be the length of the conveyor, how much should be the capacity. So this is how we got a 262 parts. Now you can save this model by a different name. File, save as capacity part 2, because there we got a 2 elements. So this is how we have simulated the second model also. Everyone got it? I hope so. Everyone, any doubt in this model till now? Does anyone have any questions? Can anyone confirm the whether you're able to do that or not?
Yes, we done.
Simulation is completed?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's very good. Who is having problem? No one? So should I move to the next model now?
Yes, yes, of course.
Yes. So everyone, I hope everyone has saved that simulation. Now I'll close my models. I'll open a new window. Then I'll share my screen. Okay. Just wait. Just wait. Now we'll look after, for example, service model. Just a second. Let me open that first model. Then I'll share my screen. Just a second. Okay. Okay. So I'll share my screen again. So this model is of a clinic model. So where basically assignment number 6, service operation, we have to observe. So there is a patient, you can see here, zoomed very high rate. Here is a patient using entrance. Now previously till now we have seen manufacturing related example. Now we will see a service related example. A patient is there, he will through entrance. Now patient, previously we were having a part. Okay, now instead of part we have a patient. Patient will through the entrance, it will come. Entrance is nothing but a queue buffer. It's a buffer, type of a buffer. It will come to the reception. So patient will come to the reception first. After reception, he'll get some consultation like what is the problem, anything. Then he will be sent to the assessment or a treatment, depending on the whether it's a repetitive patient or he requires treatment. or is a fresh person, then he'll be sent to the assessment. Some of the patient will be sent to the treatment. Okay, assessment there are 3 beds, treatment there are 3 beds, there are total 4 doctors which are going to serve everywhere. So assessment requires some small time, treatment requires some big time. After doing assessment, some of the people also come to the treatment, so they will again go to the treatment. So this is how whole model is flowing. Okay, so this is how whole model is flowing. Now what we have to do, we have to build the model here. So now previously we were doing in the witness horizon. You can see there is one more thing, witness horizon service edition we get. We can also do the same model in the witness horizon, but if you do in the service edition, it will be good because you will get a service element very easily handling. So you have to go in the search tab, witness horizon service edition. Witness horizon service edition and open a new model. So basically you can see after opening, there was a part, now it has changed into entity. There was a buffer, now it is changed as a queue. There was a machine, it is changed as an activity. There was a labor, it is changed as a resource. You got the all the elements. Now this entity, I have to take as per model. You can see what is the visible here. Patient is an entity, then there is a buffer, there is a reception desk. This is also one buffer, queue assistant.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes sir.
So actually, we are facing some issue to open witness horizon software, and here the screen shows reply security failed for horizon educational person and service and process performance.
Okay, so basically your server has anybody closed the server machine? Please check.
Just a moment.
Server, was anybody sitting on a server? There is a label which is attached to the CPU, witness server will be written there. Or any problem in your LAN connection, internet connection?
Yeah, I think there's some light issue. That's why we are not able to connect to internet properly.
Yeah, the LAN connection is gone, correct?
Yeah.
So that is the issue. Because of the LAN, your LAN has been switched off. That's why it's not able to connect.
मेरा LAN वाला देखिए, ये सर्वर है.
Let's see, problem solves in 2 minutes or something.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you may proceed now. We will connect it to server.
Connect.
Yes, sir, connected.
Working fine. Okay.
So please repeat it with 0.
Is screen visible to you? I'll start from
Yes,
the beginning. Okay.
yeah,
The service model. I hope my screen is visible. Okay. Go
yeah,
ahead.
it's visible.
I'll go ahead. So the problem statement, you can see patient, it will come to the entrance is nothing but uh, a buffer. Buffer means it's a queue. Then there's a reception desk. Assessments are the beds. These are the buffers. So I'll open Witness Horizon Service Edition, or otherwise you can open a Witness Horizon. But I am opening a Service Edition, so everyone else should. Everyone else, please open the Service Edition only instead of going to direct Witness Horizon. Everyone got it? Then click on the new model. Now this entity is nothing but this patient. This entity is nothing but patient. Then there is the entrance desk. Then there is a reception desk. So I select the entity and I'll change the name, the patient, entity patient. But this looks like a part. Okay. So what to do now to change this? It should look like a patient. So I have to select this graphic. Please everyone observe. I'll zoom it properly. Now it is looking like a part. I have to look. It should be look like a patient. So everyone please observe. I should select on the graphical image. So this graphical image I have selected. I zoomed it at complete full view. So I selected it as a graphical image. I have clicked on the graphical image. Everyone please click on the graphical image only. Don't select name. Only this area, graphical image. Move your cursor on that image. Do a right click. Right click. Second button of the mouse. Right click. And here is the option of a update graphic. Click on update graphic. Click on update graphic. Click on update graphic. After clicking on update graphic, you should move your cursor to element number, yeah, you can see here 103. Please move your slider to 103 and select this 103. Means you have to click it on a 103. After clicking on a 103, sorry, once only, click on, here is the option of update. Click on update. Click on update. Click on update. I hope it is visible to you now. Now you can see it is look like a labor. If I want to expand this, then for expanding this, I have to press my control button, and from corner I can increase the size and minimize the zoom again. Okay. Keep the name as it is patient, and you can come to default position. So zoom it in the proper way. So patient, and this, everyone got this graphic symbol. You can add any symbol, any image. Okay, here is the option update graphic. I can, if I double click, I'll get a big library. And if there is some any empty space, you can add your image also. For example, in an empty space, right click, import image. So we can import JPG format, okay, bitmap format, okay. So those format are also available. I close this. Everyone got this? Patient? Hello?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Patient I got. Now there is a queue. Patient will stand in a queue. So just give the name as an entrance. Add a queue from this bottom side. Queue added. Give the name entrance. Now from entrance, it will go to the reception desk. So go to the service pack, and there is a reception desk available at the bottom. Slowly you have to go, and here is a reception, and keep its name as it is, reception 001. No problem. Desk, instead of adding desk, no need. Just give the name reception. Give the name reception. Okay. Now, after giving the name reception, this queue assessment and queue treatment are also queue. Basically, those are queue. Go to the basic, add one queue here, and one queue add at the bottom. Two queues, and change the name queue assess. ASSESS. Assessment. If you want to give a complete name, you give the assessment as or shortcut. I'll say give the name QA. Q assessment QA. It will be very handy, easy to handle. QA, capital QA. Next one, give the name QT. Q for the treatment. QT. Because we have to use that name, it will get confused, it will give confusion to you. So give QA assessment and Q3. Q assessment, Q treatment. Then I'll show you what I'll show you. I'll show you one ready-made example which is available with me. So you will get an idea. What is that? Before the how the model should look. Okay, so how model looks. That ready-made model is also available with me. You can see it is written here: Q assessment, Q treatment. You can view an element flow. You can on. You can keep it is on in your area. Okay, view element flow, because there are no connection has been done till now. That's why nothing is visible. But keep it is on. This is how it looks. This is how it looks. Okay. QT, QA. Now we have to add 3 beds. So assessment beds and treatment beds. Now observe carefully. Go to the service pack, and this bed I selected, and I add one bed here. Double click on that bed, make quantity 3. Okay, you have to make a quantity 3. Only one bed you have to add. Change the name assessment. So this is assessment bed. One bed you have to add, change the name assessment, make the quantity 3. Similarly, at below treatment, below treatment buffer, after treatment buffer, change the name TRETMENT, treatment quantity 3. So it should look like this. I hope everyone has got this much correct. ट्रीटमेंट वाले सब ट्रीटमेंट की क्यू से जाएंगे. Whatever the queue, they will stand in a queue and they will go to the treatment area. Then assessment 3 beds. Okay, don't add the 3 different beds. Quantity make it 3. Treatment quantity make it 3. Okay, treatment also quantity make it 3. Don't add 3 beds. I hope everyone got it correct till now. Now we have to add the connections. Now this patient goes to the entrance. So select a patient. You can select name as well as graphic. Now patient output rule, say yes, and where that output goes on the entrance, and then say okay. I'll repeat. Okay, I'll remove the rule. How to remove the rule? For example, I'll show you how to remove the rule. Okay, I'll show how to remove the rule first. Now by mistake, I wanted to add, for example, this machine don't do anything, just observe how to remove the rule. I'll say this reception will send that patient to treatment or assessment area. So for example, I wanted to do reception, I wanted to do output to this assessment area, but by mistake I done input to the assessment entrance area. Sorry, input to the assessment area. Sorry, I wanted to do output to the assessment, but by mistake I select and I say input from the assessment. So you can see this arrow's direction has been changed. So I can see this rule has been changed. I don't want it to go in that direction. Arrow should be, so I know by from reception machine, I wanted to do output rule. I have done by mistake input rule. So what I have to do, I have to select this machine and I wanted to do output. By mistake, I have done input. So I select this machine, mistake I have done by input. So I select input, pull from QA. So that has to be removed, pull from QA and say okay. It will be vanished. That rule will be vanished. Again, I will show you. And by another method, how I can make it. I wanted to do output. I wanted to do output to the QA. By mistake, I make an input from the QA. So I can go in this area, and here is the input and output rule. Whatever rules we give, their comments come here. So go to the input rule, and I just remove this input rule. I say okay, okay. That arrow vanishes. So this is how by mistake, if we do any rule, so in the machines area, input and output rule options are there. You can erase those rules directly, and that rule will be disconnected. So now this patient will go output to the entrance. Patient output rule, go to the entrance. Okay, done. After that, reception will have input from the entrance. Reception will have input rule, entrance. This reception, now there is something catch is there. What is the catch? It is not mentioned here. Let me see that. Let me see an actual example. Yeah, in actual example, it is say reception desk, reception desk output goes to percent QA50. Just wait, I'll explain you, then you try. QT, let me see whether it is verified or not. Then I will able to get that. I say okay, yeah, I got it. Now let me explain you what I have done here. Now I wanted to do output here, okay, but output I was not able to do because what I am doing, I want to send for 50 percentage, 50% goes to the assessment area, 50% will require direct treatment. So for example, somebody got appointment already and he wants to get treatment. So 50% are new people, they will go for assessment, 50 rest will go for the treatment. So here directly simple input and output rule is not possible because we cannot specify 50%, where has to be specified. So what you have to do, I have to click on the percent. Okay, what I have to do now, you just observe, click on the reception, click on the output, you just erase this push, and write down here this one, percent space name of this assessment QA space 50. You can just write down 50. Yeah? No need to write 50.5050. What you have to do, percent QA 50 comma space QT space 50. Means the meaning of this, that from reception percentage will go 50% to the Q assessment, 50% to the Q treatment. Everyone got idea? Anyone has a doubt? Or another method is that out, instead of clicking on output rule and adding this, you can just double click on this reception machine. In the output rule also you can write the same thing, percent QA space 50 comma QT space 50. So same, at the two place you can edit your rules and write your rules. So this is the easily you can percent it is going. Everyone got the idea? किसी को डाउट है सर?
No, sir.
Yeah, very nice. Now assessment bed, assessment will take the patient from this area and treatment doctor will take patient from this area. So select assessment and say input from this QA. I say okay. So basically assessment will take an input from the QA. Similarly, treatment will take an input from the QT. Should be visible. Till this point you should be okay. Now next, again there is a something percent rule we have to use. So please be aware. Now from assessment, all parts does, all patient does not goes out of the hospital. Some patient again require the treatment. So they will again come to this treatment row. So click on the assessment, click on the, select the assessment, write down the output rule, remove this push, write down percent QT, percent QT 60 and serve or ship. You can write down ship also. Ship भी लिख सकते हो and serve भी लिख सकते हो. You can see what I wrote down, percent QT 60 comma ship space 40. Basically 60% goes to the treatment and 40% goes to the out of the hospital ship. And then say okay. Let me see an actual model. What is that? Ship 40, treatment 60. Correct. Ship 40, treatment 60. This is our example. You can see it will be look like a surd or ship. Otherwise, you can change your rules from the assessment in output rule. Write down percent QT 60 comma surd or ship. You can write down 40. Everyone got this? सबको मिला सर?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, very nice. Now you can see there are two arrows you got. These arrows goes to the SIR, some arrows goes to the QT. So basically you are sending here and there. Now in the treatment, now after doing a treatment, nobody goes anywhere. It has to go out of the system. So from treatment and click on a output rule and say served. Instead of served, we are instead of ship, served. Served, ship, both are taken by the witness. So treatment output rule served and then say okay. So this is how your model should look. Everyone is getting this model? Please inform me. Everyone is getting this model?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. Now what I have to do? I have to add all the statistics. So patient comes, now I'll add the statistics. Patient comes, double click on the, now we forgot to add a doctors, okay? So select a resource and change the name as a doctor and make a quantity 4. Change the name doctor, make a quantity 4. change the name doctor, make a quantity 4. You have to add a resource. Change the name to the doctor, make a quantity 4. So we are at the end of this model. Only simulation is left now. After this, some statistics we have to give now. So what statistics has to be given now? It is saying patient interarrival time is negative exponential 6.5. Patient interarrival time, you have to write down negative exponential, NEGEXP. So basically, in the morning, patient comes, arrival rate is very much higher. Then after that, negatively reduces. So exponentially negative. NEGEXP 6.5 in a bracket. You have to write down. Negative exponential short form. NEGEXP. You can see distribution what has to be used. In the model assistant table distributions, here is the name has been given, negative exponential. So NEGEXP 6.5. Everyone got this?
Yes, sir.
Let's say okay. Now go to the next section. Reception desk takes 1 minute. Go to the reception desk, cycle time 1, duration 1. Duration 1. Now go to the assessment bed. It takes uniform 5 to 10 minutes. Double click on assessment, duration, uniform 5, 10. Assessment timing required for those doctor is 5 to 10 minutes uniformly. Then similarly to the treatment time is a 15, 30. Uniform 15, 15, 30. Uniform 15, 30. And say okay. I think all the statistics has been given. I'll repeat the statistics. One thing is left by us. We have to assign these doctors to these beds. We left with that. So select assessment bed. Select it. Click on the assessment bed. Click on the labor rule. Visual labor rule. Click on assessment, visual labor rule. Select doctor, save, close. Now I'll make same thing to the treatment. Select treatment bed, click on a visual labor rule, click on a doctor, save, close. Arrow vanishes automatically. So everyone has to do a labor rule. Assessment bed को भी labor दे दिए, means doctor दे दिए, treatment को भी doctor दे दिए. And we don't have to do this three times because we have selected a same machine with the same parameters thrice. So if we make any changes to single machine, all the three machines, all the three beds get the same changes. So this is how we got the assessment. Okay. Now I'll come. Now we are ready for the simulation. So you can reduce the speed of the simulation. Highlight on this. You have to please run this model for 24 hours. Okay. Please try to run this model for 24 hours and then do a simulation. For example, here is the 1440 I have given. We will run this model for 5,000 hours. Let's see. Running this model for 5,000 hours. What is the results? 5,000 hours. Okay, 5,000 hours. And you have to highlight this and increase the speed. And you can change this, unhighlight this walk button and increase the speed and let the simulation run at a very faster rate. Let it go. So my model has stopped because I had unhighlighted this and the simulation was running at very faster speeds. So I go check I can select whole model, then I'll get whole model statistics. If I select a patient only and right click and statistics, so only statistics of the patient I will get. 722 patient entered, 709 shipped. So that is one example I got. So this is how we get the simulation. This is a service example. This is a service example. I'll reset this model. I'll convert this model from a 2D view to the 3D view, and I will show you again in a 3D view. Slowly I will go. Slowly I will go now in 3D view. This is how it's moving. I am closing the 3D view. In the background, 2D view is working. Slow motion, you can see this. So simulation is going on. This is how we have completed one more model. Everyone got simulation? Everyone is able to run the model?
Yes,
Everyone?
yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, that's very good.
Yes, sir. Running, sir.
Yeah, you can pause that and you can save your model.
Save it now.
You can pause it and you can save it. You can note down that. So this was a one service example. Okay. Now I will take one shorter one. Shorter example I will take because time is left very less time is left. So what I will do, I'll take a simple example. Now you can save this model and then close it. Okay, save and close it. Now I will open a witness again, for example, and I will take a new model. No, only witness horizon. Now no service edition. I'll take a simple example. So in a less time we'll able to cover. If I take a longer like this, then it will take more than half an hour. So I will take a simple shorter example only. New model, I click new model. An example is with me. It's very simple. It is whatever we have seen, it is very much simpler than that. So you can see here is a part, come to the turning. Then after coming to the turning, via conveyor, it goes to the milling. So part 2 goes to the turning 2. From conveyor, it goes to the milling 1. So this is how the model is flowing on. So what I have to do, I have to select part here and one more part at the below. So 2 part I have to add. So part 1, part 2, as per problem statement I have added. Then again 2 machines I have to add. So I add this one machine and another one machine. So 2 times I have to add machine. Here don't make a quantity 2 machines. Okay, similar type of 2 machines. So machine 001, machine 002. Give the name turning 1, turning 2. 1 turning, turning 2. So it should look like this. Turning 1, turning 2. Then there are 2 conveyors. 2 conveyors. So in the transport, one conveyor add here, one more conveyor add here. So first what we have to do, 2 part we have to select separate part. Then go to the machines, turning 1, turning 2. Then go to the conveyor 1, conveyor 2. Okay, so this is how we have to get it. Simple one. Recording is going on, yes. So I'll upload this session also on YouTube. Okay. Then after that, what you have to see? One machine, which is name of the milling. So I go to the manufacturing and I selected, for example, this CNC1, CNC, and I change the name MILLING milling one. Okay, give name milling one or mill one, whatever shortcut name you have to give. Now observe my connection. There is some changes in the connection. What I am going to do? View element flow. Just make it on. Element flow should be on. Okay. Element flow view. Element flow. Make it okay. Okay. Element flow. Make it okay. Part goes to the turning. Part output rule, yes, goes to the turning and say okay. Part 2 output rule, yes, goes to the turning 2. Part goes to the turning 1. Part 2 goes to the turning 2. Now turning 1 sends to the conveyor. Turning 1 output goes to the conveyor. Similarly, turning 2 output goes to the conveyor. Now wait, don't give the connection conveyor to milling. Don't give the connection from conveyor to milling. Wait. Basically what we have done, part goes output to the turning, part 2 goes output to the turning 2, turning 1 goes output to the turning 1, turning 2 goes output to the turning 2, turning 1 goes output to the turning 1, turning 2 goes output to the turning 2, turning 1 goes output to the turning 1, turning 2 goes output to the turning 2. To say okay. Simultaneously we have to select both the conveyor. One conveyor we have to click another. So you can see pulling from the conveyors. Then after that milling output goes as a ship and say okay. Milling outputs goes as a ship and then say okay. Milling done. Now statistics are what I have to add. Turning takes 5 minutes, this 5 minutes. Milling 2.5 minutes. Conveyor has 20, length, index time 1. Okay, so go to the part, inter-hour time add 5. Similarly to the part 2, inter-hour time as 5. Go to the turning, inter-hour time of 5. Turning to inter-hour time of 5. Okay, part inter-hour time 5, part 2 inter-hour time 5, turning cycle time 5, sorry, turning to cycle time 5. So both the turning has a cycle time of 5. Come to the conveyor. On a conveyor, length in a parts 20, index time 1. Conveyor 2, length in a parts 20, index time 1. Both the conveyor. And for milling, cycle time is a 2.5. Milling cycle time for, you can say, cycle time, you can select. all the elements, all the statistics. I hope everyone has given the statistics.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. Now you are ready for the simulation. Whatever time you want to make simulation, there is an option. You can give the timing and run the simulation. I wanted to just show that we have made a schedule to the two different lines and we are simulating. So is the option of a simulation available. Everyone is familiar with this now, buttons and all those things. You can stop here, you can reset, you can run the simulation, you can increase the speed, you can run this model for 1 day, 1440 minutes. This is how simulation is going on. Slowly, if you want to see, you can reduce, you can click on a walk button. After clicking on walk button, reduce the speed. Slow movement of each and every element is visible. Every slow movement of element is visible in the slow motion. So this is how simulation goes. Any doubt now in this model? Everyone is able to get the simulation.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Got it? Okay,
Yes, sir.
so that that's good. You can save the model, keep it with you. Now please tell me if any doubt, questions till now. So should I take one more model or should we conclude the session? As per your response, I will.
Yes, sir. You can conclude it.
Okay, so that's good. How many people of you have performed actually? Means all 5 systems were busy?
Yes, sir.
All the 5 people have done that?
Yes, sir. Except one, all four are working.
Okay, 4 was okay. That's okay. That's good number. Everyone has done that. So I'll upload the session also. So if anyone face any doubt or want to repeat this, you will able to use this using the video. Okay. And the
Okay,
press,
okay, sir.
I will inform you about the cycle session. I will check the health of the engineer, how is facing. Then accordingly, I will inform you. Okay, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very
I'll
much
close
also.
the session. Yes. And I'll send the link to press.